we're still just scratching the surface on some of this here, though, because there are a lot of other features here that I think are kind of unique to ham handhelds in general, and that has to do with the display options. Because we have this full color display. That's nothing new. It's been done in the 8D, the 9Ds, pluses, and other manufacturers have come out with radios like that as well. This one has basically the same options that you had in the 935G Plus in terms of color themes.
Right. That
takes it to another level right there.
Well, not only does it have the same 10 built-in themes that the KG-935G Plus had, it also has custom themes, which I don't know of another radio that has custom themes, where there's 4 themes in the radio, custom 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then through the programming software, you can customize the colors, the primary colors for each of those themes.
I think what a lot of people think when they hear custom themes in the programming software, they're thinking, well, okay, there are 4 open slots where I can add a couple of different variations on what's there, and that's about it. But this is really, they can go in there and they can change the color for this and that and the other. And they can really customize this.
I believe there are 4 or 5 different colors that the display breaks down into, and all of those are customizable through the programming software.
Yeah, which
you
is
just choose the color through a normal Windows color selector.
It's pretty amazing, actually. That gives you a lot of different color combinations.
Yeah, if you don't like our 10 themes, hey, you might not.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about picking themes. I design these themes. This is not my area of expertise. But now you can change
to pretty much any color you want. I think that's really, really cool. I don't know of any radio out there right now that gives you that option for customization on the display. Either. This is definitely a new thing. Definitely unique.
We should probably talk about the power a little bit, since we just mentioned the multiple power modes.
Yeah. Let's talk about the power a little bit.
We're saying this radio will transmit at up to 6 watts. We also worked with Wouxun quite a bit on making this radio user-friendly. And it is not easy to make a radio user-friendly that has as many features as this radio. But some of the things that we've done are unique as far as I know. Like, we've separated the menu into 2 different areas. Now there's an area menu and there's a system menu.
I don't know of any other ham radio that has this feature. You've got a short press to go into one menu, a long press to go in another menu. You've actually got 2 menus in this radio. I think it's pretty wild.
Yeah, the way it works is a single press of the menu takes you into the area menu. With the area menu, you're going to be able to control details about the channel that you're on in the active area. Or if you're in frequency mode, you can change VFO settings through the area menu. Custom settings for the area, the frequency you're operating on right now. This would be things like the CTCSS tone,
right,
DCS tone, whether you want the channel to be added to the scan, that kind of thing. There's probably 20 some odd options.
I think 24, right? 22, 24, I think, if I remember it.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
However, a long press of the menu button takes you into the system menu. And in the system menu, you can do things like turning the GPS on and off. You can customize your side keys. You can customize your push-to-talk buttons.
And I think that's another 40 some odd menu items there.
Yeah, lots and lots of options. We've also tried to group these menu options so they're easy to find and easy to get to. We've also enhanced the voice support for this radio quite a bit.
Oh, we got to play the voice.
Instead of a computer generated voice, we had a voice actor actually record all of the prompts for this radio. So you're no longer going to have some menu options that don't have a voice prompt, like you did on previous Ocean radios. Now every menu option has a voice guide. So
and she's a very nice voice too.
Well, we chose from hundreds of voices. It was
you got to play
tiring.
The voice. Go play the voice.
Get my demo model out here.
Channel mode.
There we go, channel mode. Let's go try frequency mode.
Channel mode. Channel mode. Frequency mode.
Here, let's go through the menu.
Squelch. Transmit power. Bandwidth. Frequency step.
Doesn't it sound nice?
She sounds really nice.
Receive CTCSF.
I'm really happy
And
with the way the
perfect
voice
English.
guide turned out. And
Perfect
I really
English
hope
too.
perfect English. I really hope that the voice guide being thorough and being there for every menu option makes this a more accessible radio for disabled people.
Yeah. For those who are vision impaired, this can really be an important feature for them.
Yeah, we have gotten some feedback from vision impaired customers of ours, and we are trying to push these products in a direction that's going to be better for them, where they're more accessible. We've still got a ways to go. This isn't the perfect radio for that, but it is
a step in the right direction, I'd say.
I hope that the feedback we get is that it's a step in the right direction and more useful than not.
So we have, we mentioned there are a bunch of other features in here as well. Like, there are some more that, this thing's so chock full of features. You've got your
I'm
reverse
afraid we're
frequency.
missing something. We're going to finish this podcast and we're going to say, oh no, I forgot to tell them about this super important thing.
But you've got things like the reverse frequency, talk around, Vox, all the, usual add-ons here. But the backlit keypad, stopwatch timer, all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, there's a clock.
There's a clock. Well, the clock comes from the GPS.
Yeah.
So if you don't have GPS on, you're not going to have a clock. You have a clock dependent on the GPS.
Mm-hmm.
More importantly, everyone's going to love this.
I love it already.
You love it already.
Yeah, but I love it already.
Look at him. He can't wait. Import-export has been added to the programming software. How many years have we been asked to get import-export in the programming software? And this is a new, redesigned, ground-up programming software.
It's so new. This idea is, it's not a new idea because people have been asking for it for ages, but for this is
we didn't come up with this idea.
Yeah,
we just talked them into adding it finally.
But this is such a new feature on this radio. I think it's gonna blow some people away, or at least you're gonna be very happy.
It's not gonna blow people. People were disappointed before when you couldn't import and export.
That's true.
And now they're just gonna say, oh, okay, something I expect to be here actually is here.
But you know what? If they really knew what went into this,
I celebrate that as a triumph.
Yeah, but if people really knew what went into all of this to develop this kind of thing, because it's not an easy thing to accomplish. So if people really knew, they might and really understood how this technology works, they would that's why I'm saying it would kind of blow them away. For those who know how difficult some of this stuff is, it would be like, wow, that's pretty amazing. For the rest of everybody, it's sort of like, well, okay, yeah, another feature.
Right. Well, for our part, we do put a lot of effort into these radios. Now that we have what I think is a partnership with Ocean, it's they listen to us a lot. We have, I believe, a lot of influence over the products that they're putting out now, and I think that we have made the products a lot better.
Let's talk about the front panel for just a minute, because that's definitely worth talking about. When we're talking about the front panel, we've, some of the keys have been renamed from what I think other radios might have on them. Some other ham radios are going to have a band key, and they're going to have keys that are labeled a certain way to that you've sort of gotten used to the fact, an MR key and things like that. And this is, I think, labeled in such a way that it's a lot easier for people to understand what these keys actually do.
One of the buttons, we had them rename band to area because we thought it was a little bit more better descriptive. The area button will change you from area A to area B and vice versa. And when you're in frequency mode, holding down the area key gives you the band functionality where it will jump you from one band to another. The TDR and mode, we did change from MR, I believe. Mode. It didn't used to be
VFO, VFO, and I think was
right. It was VFO/MR.
Right,
I believe,
that's what it was. VFO/MR.
We had them change that to just mode, so it's. I think it's makes a little more sense.
And it's a dual function key too. Isn't it? And a long press.
Yeah, it is. A short press turns dual receive on and off, and a long press changes from channel to frequency mode.
But all this is in the manual, which of course is written in perfect English, and so you don't have to worry about you're getting a Baofeng, another complicated radio or something that you're not going to be able to figure out. All you have to do is read the manual.
And Rick wrote the manual, so if there's any complaints about the manual.
Well, Danny edited a lot in the manual too, so
don't blame me. Don't blame me for this.
It was a collaborative.
It's a long manual. I'm sure I missed a thing or two.
Probably missed a thing or two also.
Please let us know. We'll give you a T-shirt if you find something wrong with the manual.
Oh, man. We're going to run out of T-shirts really quick.
Maybe we should qualify that.
I'm glad you said that, not me, because it's like we've got to order more T-shirts.
The first 100 people to find a mistake in the manual gets,
if it's a different mistake, the first person to find a mistake, and because if the 100 people find the same mistake, then
So we're going to say, sorry, no T-shirt. That mistake has been claimed.
Yeah. And as long as that mistake has not been claimed yet. Okay. Then you get a T-shirt.
All right. Well, Rick's paying for all these T-shirts. So.
That's news to me. All right. Well, we have other things that we can talk about here too, as far as the features are concerned. There's so much going on in this radio. I mean, we didn't talk about the flashlight at all. We didn't talk about the what else did we not talk about here? We didn't talk about the being able to customize the channel names and things like that, which a lot of that's kind of standard anyway. A lot of those.
Now, we did make some changes to that for naming channels.
Oh,
We added some shortcuts so that you can jump quickly between alphabetic characters. Like you've added a channel name before on the radio, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure you've done this a million times.
It's cumbersome for me.
You have to hold the arrow down and scroll between 26 capitalized letters, 26 lowercase letters,
symbols,
10 numbers,
like
and then any number of symbols. And now we've made it to where you can press, I believe it's the star key, star or pound, and it'll just jump you right from like capital A, lowercase a, 0, comma, something like that.
Makes it a lot faster.
Jumps you around to the uppercase, lowercase numbers and symbols quickly so that you don't have to spend so much time scrolling. And it's little things like that I think
become big
make
deals.
This a usable radio.
And a unique radio. I say that's what makes all of these.
Until someone copies it.
Yeah, someone will copy it at some point. Somebody come out with another version, but this was the first.
Can we talk about remote control for a second?
Yeah, let's do that because we have a full DTMF keypad here, and it's capable of remote control capabilities. Go ahead.
With remote control, if you're using the radio ID functionality, you can remotely stun, kill, inspect,
Mhm.
or, and most intriguingly, monitor
Mhm.
another radio. Basically, through the DTMF keypad, you type in the code for monitor, for example, and you type in the radio ID that you're talking to and a secret code that you can specify in the software, and then remotely open the mic on a different radio so that you can listen in on what's going on when or wherever the other radio is. So this is useful.
Yeah, it's useful. If you want to listen in on some of those secret conversations.
You could probably do devious, deceptive things with that, but
we're not going to go there.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. We're not recommending that at all.
We're talking to responsible, licensed hams here, right?
Yes, that's right. That's the assumption we're going on here. Yeah.
But this is a cool feature, and also you can remotely disable transmit or transmit and receive on a radio with the stun and kill functions. People don't use the remote control functions as often as they should, but there's some power there.
Yeah, there is. There are so many features packed in here. And of course, we didn't mention it as a quad band radio, but did we really get into the specific frequency ranges on these? I mean, because it's not just the ability to transmit and receive on those 4 ham bands, but we also have additional bands that they can receive only on.
Yeah, I think that the wide receive functionality of this radio and the quad band transmit, I mean, that's really what sells this radio. And you're right, we didn't spend enough time on that. We should have talked about that more right at the top.
Too late shows up. No, just kidding.
Wait a minute. But first of all, you're transmitting on 420 to 450, which is the 70 centimeter ham band.
Yep.
You're transmitting on 144 to 148, just the 2 meter ham band. 222 to 225, which is 1.25 meter. And also 50 to 54 megahertz.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
That is 6 meter. That's just where you can transmit.
Mm-hmm.
You can receive all the way. Well, it's got FM radio as well, which we didn't mention. Yeah. So down to 79. You can also receive on airband 108 to 140 in AM.
Well, 108 to 136.
Oh, you're right. In AM. So this has AM. It will receive in AM. Mm-hmm. Actually, it will let you transmit in AM as well, I believe, on the A area, but it doesn't allow transmission on the airband because it's not approved for that. Right. It's approved for the ham bands.
But you can listen in on airband.
You can listen in AM as you would expect. Mm-hmm. Also, you can receive in the 139, wherever airband stops, 137 to 174. Mm-hmm. See, I remember. And then
I'm having to look at my notes.
Then 220, and then you've got in 400s, you can go all the way from 350 to
320 to 480.
320 to 480?
That's what I have here.
I thought it was 350 to 480.
Maybe it is 350. Maybe I have a typo here.
I could check.
Yeah, let's check that out.
350.
Oh, it goes below 350. So you're probably right.
2000.
320. Yeah.
Wow.
320. You're right, Rick.
Hey, I'm right for
You're right.
Yeah. I should get a T-shirt.
All right. You can buy yourself a T-shirt.
Thanks. Then we've got 714 through 999 megahertz that it can receive on.
That's right. 714 to 999 receive. Mm-hmm. That's a massive receive range.
It is
for this radio. So that's the selling point for this radio.
There's a lot going on here.
There's a lot going on. This is a powerful, powerful radio.
Yeah,
and easy to use.
Well, with all of this coming out here and this thing's launching, and we're going to have it available exclusively at Buy Two Way Radios. What is the price? Now, I know there's some people saying, well, with all this that the radio can do, this thing must be really pricey. What's the price?
The price is...
I have a drum roll somewhere. I don't know where it is.
If you don't have a drum roll, you need a drum roll.
Yeah, no, where is it? That's not it. That's not...
You don't want to play that after I announce the price.
Okay, I got to turn that off. No, that's the
Closer.
Okay, that's not it either.
All right.
Okay, never mind.
Forget it. I'll just tell you the price.
Tommy, just cut that out. Go ahead.
We should leave that in. That's great. What was I going to talk about? The price?
The price.
$219.99.
$219.99.
$219.99.
See, now I need. I'm afraid to touch any more buttons. I think it needs this one.
Oh, there you go. That works.
Yeah. So
$219.99 is the price, which I think is a very low price for what you get with this radio.
I agree.
Remember?
I agree.
Massive receive range, transmit on quad bands. This is 4 bands in one radio. This is your 220 radio. This is your 6-meter radio and your normal 2-meter 70-centimeter radio. It's fully waterproof, IP67. We have programming software that's redesigned from the ground up and gives you customizable themes, import, export. And don't forget the preset channels with all the popular frequencies for simplex.
It's going to take us another
I can't go through them all
to list
again,
them all again, but that's how many features there are. This radio is definitely unique, I think.
You know what? We forgot to tell the folks out there that this thing's available in 3 colors.
Oh yeah, it's not even on the.
You didn't even put it in the notes.
Put it on
Rick.
the notes. Yeah, how about that? I forgot about that.
Do I have to think of everything around here?
So this thing is available in 3 colors. It's available in the blue that you see here, and a red, and I believe a green.
A green, like a lime, kind of light green color.
So really cool. Yeah, available in 3. You can collect them all and trade them with your friends.
Oh, we'd love it when you do that.
Yeah. So, wow, this is a pretty amazing radio, I'll have to say.
Should we also announce, I know the first question we're going to get, it's going to be from the GMRS Wouxun guys, or the GMRS Ocean guys.
Are we getting is there going to be a version in GMRS? I would say stay tuned.
Yes, there's going to be a version in GMRS.
You're spilling the beans. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Yeah. There's going to be GMRS version.
The KG-Q10H is available now.
Mm-hmm. And only at buytwowayradios.com.
I think we covered it. Please check out this KG-Q10H. I think you're going to love it.
Yeah, I think it's an amazing, amazing radio.